So overall, China, in terms of GDP, increases 6% a year, which is if you compare to the U.S., it's double the number in a good year in the U.S. So overall, we're very excited about the growth in China, continuous growth. We see that in our business, both in terms of our digital as well as our business overall in the stores. So we're very optimistic in terms of the percentage of growth and the speed of the growth. It's exceeding in compared to the U.S. market. I think the China and U.S. Trade issues that we're facing, we feel it does have some short-term effects. We see that in the consumer confidence, some of our traffic in our stores. But what we also see, and we've seen historically in these kind of trade conversations, that it's not really overlasting for a long period of time. So we're very confident that this really doesn't have an impact over us in the long term in China. We see the biggest in terms of top line in our first tier cities, and we have the most stores there. But where we see the opportunities are in the second tier, third tier. The cost of doing business is lower. The competition is lower also in some cases for us in these cities. So we're seeing actually, if we look at the bottom line and profitability, we see it actually highly profitable and moving into some of these second and third tier cities. It's very, very important for us in our business. E-commerce, digital, it's basically a significantly double-digit growth per year. The consumer is moving towards much more of a digital omni kind of experience, both shopping in stores and also shopping online. So we feel the online business as a whole is, and the experience for the customer is really a critical part of our overall business. Our customer relationship management system and understanding of the consumer from a digital perspective and shopping online is leaders in terms of our overall company perspective. Information available in terms of the different platforms within China, such as Tmall and others, and WeChat. That sophistication and the usage of these platforms is much more pronounced than it is in the U.S. And therefore, the ability to understand our customer in terms of what they're shopping and where they're trending is a capability that we've been able to build in China, that we are now also seeding that in the U.S. in a big way. I would say this way is that in our market, in our industry, competition is getting more fierce, both from international competition coming into China, as well as domestic apparel companies that are really innovating and changing very quickly. So for us, it's really staying ahead of that competition, both based on the international and local competitors. Both of them have their strengths, and both of them, are innovating and changing. So we try to just keep that in mind in terms of what we need to do to improve on it and really improve our customer experience overall. So I think the government reform, at least in our industry, is pretty open for international companies coming into China, which has really been positive. I think there's always opportunities, always improve, such as administration costs and just operating businesses across China in an administration way. I think there's opportunity there. But generally, in our industry, there's not that much barrier to coming into China, except for additional administration costs.